Yeah, speaking to Tyson Fury about this, and he was basically saying, like, I went to my interview with him, he's like, the reason why...
That's a flex.
Come on, that's a flex, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean?
Now, what did you just dap me up?
Yeah, that's a dap.
I'm from Ireland, right? So I know.
Yeah,
right.
That's great.
Was that okay?
Yeah, it's great.
Because I sort of
solid, so you can go here like that, or you could just do. You don't even have
to. Am I supposed to grab on at the end?
Yeah, just like that. Yeah, but you don't even have to do this one. You could just lock it. You could go flat. Yeah, you feel me? Go straight in. Yeah, that's good, bro. I've been to Belfast a few times, man, because I used to work at BT Sport, innit? I was like a junior producer in a digital team. But then BT had just got the rights for the boxing.
Yes.
And that was when Carl Frampton was still fighting.
Yeah.
So I did like loads. My first ever interview was Carl Frampton.
He's a good guy, isn't he?
Yeah, proper good guy. I basically was so nervous that I forgot my passport on the way to the airport. Get to the airport, I was like, I don't have my passport. So I was like, fuck, man, I'm not going to be able to do this interview. So I had to drive back. But then the camera guy called me. He's like, have you got a driving license on you? I was like, yeah. He's like, you don't need a passport. I was like, are you joking?
Yeah, no, we're all good.
yeah. So yeah, it's the first time I interviewed. I ended up going up there loads. Just
no one's trying to like sneak into Belfast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We'd be glad to have people if they want.
Yeah.
We'll do the clap and we'll go for it.
Yeah, you go.
Now, when we say 3, 2, 1, is it going to be 3, 2, 1 and then clap, or is it 3, 2 and clap on 1?
No, you could clap anytime, bro.
You're not clapping?
No, you only need one of us to clap.
I thought it was to sync us up. Oh, so your clap will be should I clap in the middle then?
Yeah. So
in the middle of us?
Is this to sync the audio to
By the way,
camera?
that wasn't the clap.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think that's me clapping.
Is this to sync the audio? Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Only one of us needs to clap. Go on.
Right. Do you want to clap?
No, you
feel
can.
rude being the one.
No, you can.
Can I say something as well? I noticed. Don't act like when they were taking the security photo on the iPad downstairs, you didn't lick your lips before the...
Nah, definitely.
Yeah.
I always do. Just in case, innit? You never know.
Because I got my photo taken beforehand and I hate that I was like, bet you I have dry lips in it.
Right, should we do it? Have you done it?
Yeah.
Okay, that was it. No, but I was laughing. No, do it again.
Okay, I can't clap louder than that. I broke my hand. It sounds like a lie. I broke my hand about 5 weeks ago playing football.
Is it?
There was nobody else involved.
How did you do that?
No one else involved. It was a cup final, and it was too much.
So you're actually a footballer, innit? Like you play football, like because a lot. This is why I wanted to do the pod with you, because a lot of comedians.
What have you heard?
They talk that they play, but they're not. When you see them, they're not really.
I'm the Ronaldinho of comedians.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Now that's big talk, and that's more in Ireland. So I don't know if I come across here who you've got.
Are you better than Vittorio?
Yeah, Vittorio would say that. Yeah, Vittorio would say that. Now, Vittorio nutmeg Berbatov.
I know, I saw that. That was
at
crazy.
Our charity game a couple of weeks ago.
That was crazy.
Do you know what the worst thing is? When he did it, he just forgot about the match.
Yeah,
you could just see him looking at the cameras. Yeah. He was asking people, "Is that 4K?" Like what the camera was.
That's about. Imagine saying that. There's something about nutmegging. Like, I always think that when you nutmeg like a sick player, because sometimes it's like. But they're not defenders, isn't it? So it doesn't matter. But it's just that I not make Berba.
I mean,
that's a crazy.
And people were like, "Oh, Berba's head will be away." Like this guy's won the Champions League. He's not sleeping tonight.
He's calm. Yeah, that's it. They did a charity though.
Yeah, it was the maddest thing because I thought because of breaking my hand I couldn't play. So the doctor had told me you're out of the game.
Even if it's a hand injury, could you run in that?
It was bad. It was basically like if I fall on it.
Right.
So it was a cup final. 2 minutes into the second half, I tripped on my own feet.
Oh,
I was marking like a 17, 18-year-old. Tripped on my own feet. But those memes and stuff of like when your missus is watching you play football, you turn into Prime Ronaldo. My wife and my son was down watching, both sons were down watching me. I tripped on my own feet, put my hand out to stop myself. But my hand went like back to front, so I just heard a crack.
Did you feel the pain immediately or?
Yeah, but I was so amped up that I didn't feel it straight away. But then I was taking throw-ins and I couldn't work out why my hand was getting bigger and bigger. And then I was like, oh, this is broke. And I threw it and their manager went, that's a foul throw, referee. And I showed him my hand. He's like, just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like,
so you carried on playing, yeah?
Carried on playing. Went to the bar after the game. His hand got bigger and bigger.
You guys are built
different.
I would have been.
I was in agony the whole time. I would have cried if my kids weren't there.
Would you play?
Right back.
Yeah, you look like a right back.
I'm taking it. I used to be a winger. Just at that point in my career,
Back, yeah. Did you win? Did you win the cup final?
we won. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
sick,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Sick.
People would call me back home. Don't ask. Don't check this, but people would call me the White Cafu. That's what they would say back home, but don't verify that anymore.
How old are you, by the way?
37. 37 yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
Mad.
I can see you showing up late to 5-a-side, but you're unbelievable.
I'm becoming what in the ends we call a circle player.
Right.
So basically, when I was in school, you had like the big fat guy in it.
Mm-hmm.
We used to call him the circle player because like he don't move much, but he has an imaginary circle
Yeah.
around. In the circle, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The touch,
Yeah.
the pass, but as soon as he comes out that circle,
Yeah.
he's gone. And slowly, I slowly see myself becoming that. So if I sit in, I won't really lose the ball much, but I'm not really bombing it on anymore.
So you're just feeding everybody else.
I'm just because obviously football.
We call
to
you
me-
the chef.
Yeah. I'm on a chef thing because the football to me now is a jolly up, innit? Man
Yeah.
can't be. That's why I've started to play paddle, innit? Because
Right.
also it's like football's taxing on your body, as you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Like if you playing,
I break everything.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't even play Sunday league anymore because I just think like man's not waking up. If I'm gigging late Saturday night, man's not waking up 9 a.m. just to fight
Yeah.
people. That's
Yeah,
because that's
yeah.
what it is.
When I watch like TikTok stuff of like London Sunday League
It's
games
awful, bro.
and all the cage games and that kind of thing, it's insane.
So when you was playing football growing up,
Yeah.
what was like the street football element? Is it cages back home?
No, not
alleyways,
cages, just streets.
Streets, yeah,
Street
yeah.
headers and volleys.
Yeah, you used to play it loads, yeah. But we had like in council estates, we had cages.
Yeah.
And it was sick because like you would have your estate, older kids, people would sell drugs there. So it was just a bit of a manic place, innit?
Yeah.
But it was just when the ball was happening, it was just so if you were good at football,
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
calm in it, sort
Yes.
of thing. And also like some of the drug dealers, the gangster guys, they would allow you if you were good.
What do you mean allow you?
Like they wouldn't rob you, they wouldn't trouble you. Do you know what I mean?
So if you're like goal to game ratio is good enough,
yeah, if you're
that's
just
so much
if they
pressure
know,
to have a good game.
Yeah. If they know you're good, then you're calm, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you had to get busy early.
You better stretch before that game.
yeah. And then also we would play against other estates. So like
Right,
so if we
right.
go to school, like
Everybody round the cage.
bruv, it was peak. Yeah. So where I lived in Greenwich, South London, it's very half and half. So we had like a lot of black people and also a lot of white guys as well.
Yeah.
So we used to play every Saturday, blacks v whites, innit? But we didn't have. It's not racist. It's just we didn't have bibs and that. So it's just you feel me. It's just easier for things. So we used to play blacks. No, for real, bro. For real, blacks v whites. And then
Somebody nipped the Sports Direct.
yeah.
Dropped £5 on bets.
Yeah, that's all we needed. We just needed to save up 5, but we used to play for the ball.
And would mix guys. Would
Yeah,
that be like
So the white boys had
one on
these
each
two. These white boys had these two mixed race guys, Calvin and Jots, but they used to chill with them, innit?
Right.
So they were like mixed race geezers.
yes?
You feel me? So we just go, all right, that's your team, lads. You know what I mean? You over there. You ain't one of us. You know what I mean? So you had them.
You have to take a 23
But if
and
let's say
me
we was like uneven numbers, we would grab one of them. You get me? we would grab one of them. So it was such a sick
Yeah.
But we used to play every week, and we used to play for the football.
yeah.
So whoever won,
Oh.
had the football for the rest of the week.
Right.
So
right.
take it to school or whatever.
That's
But
like what does Harry Potter play?
yeah, that's
Quidditch. That's like
we-
that
it's
kind of
kinda
thing.
like vibe,
keeping
yeah.
the ball.
We literally that's how, and it used to get intense. And there was these two guys, Gabriel and Raphael. They were twins, innit? And they were like nuts. They were
They
like
sound good.
unbelievable. It was the maddest thing. Like telepathy. Like one was left footed, one was right footed. They both played up front together. So if it got sticky, they would just go everyone in defense, and they would just do their twin thing.
Yep.
It was sick. But then like the white guys, they were more organized.
Yeah.
That's what at least
They've done a warm-up session.
they used back four. They had everything. We just wanted the glory because obviously, like our era is Jogger Benito.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to be Dino, Thierry.
Yeah.
The blacks, we all wanted the glory in it, but them man were like, "Nah, we're sitting in." They
Yeah.
had structure to their team, so
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it was a good balance, man.
Yeah. Was there anybody who played back in those days that has gone on to have an unbelievable career, or somebody that should have, or is there loads of players who just?
There's
should
loads
have
of
been
players that
unbelievable?
should have. Obviously,
Yeah.
Eze was on our state.
That's
so
your cousin, right?
He was gone, innit?
He was allowed. He was definitely allowed.
Bro, this guy was allowed to do whatever he.
Yeah.
And also, like, he would how can I put it? Like, so sometimes like we used to play in a cage called Rec. Yeah, it used to be a graveyard.
Right.
You feel me? So then they made it into like a park and they put a cage around it.
Disrespectful to just take the
Mad.
headstones away.
So
and
also, bro, like on the
put
side of the
goalposts in.
wall was the headstones, so you could see people. We used to call it you putting in a graveyard shift if you come here, fam. But like sometimes you would get like loads of like just like drug dealers and stuff coming come around in it, and they would put the pressure on you.
Yeah.
But Ebbs, his thing was like when they came, he just turned up. You feel me?
So he still might have just those subtle guys still in the ground.
So But what I'm saying is like he would. How can I put it? Like we would all be playing well and that, but when the pressure was on, if we're playing against another estate, he would just fever. That's how you knew he was like different. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like even like now, when you watch his run, he scored in the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and the FA Cup final. It's not shocking because it's like he rises
He's just
to
doing what he does.
That's what he does.
Yep.
He's an occasion guy, whereas the rest of us weren't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's like the biggest difference. Like I genuinely thought growing up, my estate got the best ballers in the world.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like there's so many guys I could just ring off names.
Yeah. What would happen if I show up? Say my family move into the area.
Mm-hmm.
I arrive down to the cage in a kit.
You can't be wearing a full kit though.
Shin pads.
Nah, bro. You can't be wearing a full kit. That would be a massive red flag. If you came down full
I
kit,
arrive full kit, and but what if I just have what if I have the confidence?
If you was good, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's almost like
I don't think I'd be allowed.
It's almost
so
like
many
comedy.
levels.
You know when you see someone like,
Yeah.
but they're funny.
Yes.
It erases everything. That's
Right.
kind of how the vibe
So I'd
was.
show up in the full kit.
People be looking at you like you're weird.
The guys would crack up and laugh and
Yeah.
go, "He's doing a thing," and
Yeah.
I would then have to pretend I was doing a thing.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "No, I'm doing this for you guys," but secretly I just love a full kit.
Yeah.
So but can I just show up and play? Can I just like get involved?
If he was on the estate, that's kind of how it works. It would be like people would be like, "Oh, can I join the game or whatever?"
Yeah.
Or like people would like you might need numbers in it or something. So like a lot of the times like people were just waiting outside the cage, someone to get injured, someone to break their hand or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're jumping in and they show their thing. Do you know what I mean?
And if I just come back from Tenerife, like who knows what team I'm playing for?
Yeah, basically you don't know, bro.
yeah.
You might be on us. And also because there's
Me
guys,
and Calvin in the middle. Like,
yeah.
I know you're a Palace fan.
Yeah.
I'm a United fan.
Is it?
Yeah.
So what's the this I was gonna ask you. Growing up in Belfast, you grew up in Belfast, right?
Outside, I play a town called Hollywood, just outside Belfast. But close to there. Yeah.
But so what's the football like there? Do you have to? Is it like or the play? You see the guys that trying to make it, yeah. Is their whole thing going to England?
Yeah, England and Scotland. Traditionally, there's the Irish League.
Yeah.
So Northern Ireland has the Irish League. The Republic of Ireland has the League of Ireland.
Yeah, so obviously, man, don't want to get into the. Obviously, I know you guys got a torrid.
Oh, man, here doesn't either.
Yeah. So like, obviously,
the men don't want to get into it. It's nuts. It's crazy.
So Northern Ireland has its own league.
Has its own league. 3 or 4 of the teams now are professional.
Oh, really?
With their setup,
full time and that.
Yeah, full time. But yeah, the players want to go across to England and Scotland, and a lot of them do. Like you look at Trey Hume, who is one of Sunderland's best players, going to be playing Premier League next season.
He's from Belfast.
He was playing Irish League and then made the move over. Where I grew up, you either support Man United, Liverpool, maybe Arsenal, throwing a little bit of Leeds. That's
those are the four main.
There's not that many teams, but it was United for me because my dad supported United, and I've passed that on to my son, and I feel terrible about it.
Yeah, but do you feel? I feel like people like your age, United fans must be feeling it because you've seen the glory in it. So,
it's better to have loved than lost.
Oh, is it?
Never have loved at all. Nah, it's killing me.
It must be killing you, bro, because you've seen the glory, like the glory days. Now you might are 16th in the league.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous, bro.
When it started going wrong, when Ferguson left, I was pretty nice about it. I was like, you know what, it'd be boring if we were always winning.
Winning, yeah.
Football should be a bit of a soap opera. New teams should be able to win the league. and then if we go down a bit, then we'll go back up, to where we were, sort of thing. That was about 10 years ago. I'm bored of saying that now. More than 10 years ago, probably.
Mad. But I feel like you guys, the Ferguson thing, do you think Ferguson left, because he knew the destruction was happening, or do you think destruction happened because he left?
I think it was like there was a cruise ship going down or something. It's like 10, 15 years ago. And in Italy, I think, and the captain got off before it properly went down.
That's what
I think
he's done that.
Ferguson knew exactly what was happening. I think he looked round at Alex Butner, Federico Macheda, and Thomas Kuszczak and went,
"Yeah,
I'll maybe go now."
Yeah, but the thing is, you say that though, but the last Ferguson, he won the league with Cleverley and Anderson in midfield, bro.
Van Persie.
That is crazy.
Brought in Van Persie.
Yeah.
Like a Cantona move.
As in, this is one piece that we need.
This is the league winner. This is the guy who does it.
That's mad. He did that,
And then my kids are about to turn 5 and 3, and my oldest son loves it, obsessed with football, big into Man United because I'm into it, like my dad was. But he doesn't know we were ever that good.
Yeah.
And this is so sad. And at the end of last year, I was like, I'll take you to Old Trafford. I took him over. I'm looking at the fixtures. I go, there's Arsenal, there's Liverpool, whatever. Bournemouth. So the boys will go over and see United Bournemouth, come back with 3 points, and a father and son day that we'll cherish forever. Bournemouth beat us 3-0. And when my son was telling his teacher the next day, she went, "Oh, how was the football? Did you have a good time?" And he said, "Yeah, we only got beat 3-0.
Oh.
And my heart, I was gone like that was a result for him,
I only got beat 3-0.
It's insane.
I think United will be back though. I was gassed by Amarim's speech.
I like him.
I was like, you know what? I like what he said, and it's almost gassed me up.
I like him, but I would like him to start winning games.
Yeah, I think he's that thing of like, this is how I play, and if you guys are not good enough to play, it doesn't seem like he's on adapting.
Yeah, but see when he, he's like, this is my system, 2-2-2 towards the top of the pitch. Maybe wait till the summer till you're going to get the players you want. Let's put these boys in a 4-4-2 and get the keeper to get Onana to kick it as high as he can and far as he can.
Bruno's the only guy since Fergie left that I genuinely think could have played in the glory years.
Yes, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's the only player that you would have to find a space for him because he's that. And I think if he was around those people, he'd be even better because he wouldn't have to try as hard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mainoo seems like a good player. There's players, Ahmad seems like a good player. There's players that seem like they could be really good, but something is not clicking. And also, a lot of great players that didn't hit. So Varane, De Ligt, Casemiro, they haven't hit. So it's like it's a weird thing that's happening, if that makes sense.
That's a mad thing. You look at them and you look at certain players and you go, he would be great somewhere.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, even like what happened with Anthony when he went to Real Betis.
I'll make a prediction about Anthony. Next season, he either goes on loan again to Betis or someone like Atletico Madrid maybe, and he wins the Ballon d'Or and he starts playing for Brazil again and he's the best player in the world. Either that or he comes back to United from loan
and he's just
and cooks against Barrow in the cup. Drops a 6.2 against Macclesfield away in the cup. There's no in between. The guy's either the best player in the world or he's getting hooked at half time against Accrington Stanley.
You know what I think killed him? Is when he did that spin and passed the ball out.
And
the spin and the pass the ball out.
See if we're on for the league and it's the last game of the season, got the new kits on. You know those last games of the season where like once teams are wearing the new kit, the score doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's over.
Give us a spin. Give us a spin.
Like, I know what we're going for this. Yeah. Do you know what's interesting? When he first game though against Arsenal, he scored a sick goal.
Yeah.
Sick goal. Yeah. This guy's gonna be proper.
It's a bit like my dad came to see me do a show once, and there was a bit in the show that always kind of got like I knew it was like when you got a nailed on bit where you go, that works. And the bit would sometimes get a nice applause break more often than not. And my dad came to see the show, and after the show my dad goes, "You see the bit you have with the applaud and all that, my dad goes, just do more of that. I said, what do you mean, make the bit longer? He's like, no, do more bits like that they applaud and they really like. And that's the same with Anthony.
Yeah.
You just want to go up to him and go, see that game. Always do that. Don't be afraid to always have good games. But the spin is you try it in 5-a-side once.
No, but I think what happened, I think.
You think he got too dizzy?
No, I think there's two things. I think there's two things that have spoiled football.
Yeah.
Right. So I think the influence of Pep has spoiled football, and I think also the branding of football has spoiled football. So since the Ronaldo era with like the hashtags like CR7 and stuff like that, like people say R9, yeah?
Yeah.
No one called R9 when he was playing.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So R9 only happened when people started saying CR7.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what happens with players is that they started becoming like, oh, like, what's my thing?
Yeah.
And I think something like the spin, that's like something that he could be known for. It's almost like
the Cruyff turn.
Yeah, that's what I think has happened. But you see the Cruyff turn.
It's effective.
That's my point. It's effective. He didn't do the Cruyff turn to do the Cruyff turn.
See, when you
he
do
did
the
it to
spin,
get a passport. You just doing the spin to be
Cruyff turn. You're in the opposite direction.
Literally.
Like, and maybe the defender's gone that way and you've gone that way. See, with the Anthony spin,
we're just waiting for
you're
you
in
to
the
stop.
same place.
Yeah, and we're waiting for you to stop, bro.
Yeah.
Like when Cruyff was doing the Cruyff turn, yeah, he didn't go, I'm going to do this turn. It's going to be iconic. No, he's just trying to get away from the guy.
Yeah,
do you feel me?
Yeah.
Whereas I think what happened if players, they try to do... There's loads of examples. Like you had Pog back, and he's doing the dance and that. That's this branding.
Yeah.
Do you feel me? Like you had Alexis Sanchez playing the piano.
Yeah.
That's branding.
Yeah.
That's like away from. So I think that's one of the key things that kind of like spoiled the game a bit, or spoiling the game.
Yeah.
Where it's like players were like trying to be
Mavericks.
trendy and that. Yeah, and trying to be. That's the thing, trying to be Mavericks. But if you watch actual Mavericks, they're not trying to be. It's just who they are.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So I think that happened.
Yeah.
And then I think the influence of like. Basically, I think Ronaldo and Messi and the Pep era spoiled football. Because I think what happened was that and the digital era, it became a numbers thing.
Stat-based.
Yeah.
And assists. I hadn't heard it. You haven't really heard
Never
about
heard
assists.
it. When I was growing up, no one talked about assists. Unless the assist was mental. Do you understand?
Yeah, they'd be like, this guy, 30 games, 30 GA.
Or even like
2
if
goals.
it was like, you know that Beckham pass where he whips it from the halfway line into Ronaldo? Something like that's when someone would talk about the assist.
Yes.
Not like if someone passed sideways and then this person dribbled past 3 persons.
Yeah.
So I think what happened with them because they're like numbers were through the roof.
Yep.
And I think Ronaldo specifically, I think Ronaldo saw Messi and thought, you know what, man can't really compete with him on a footballing level, innit?
Yeah.
But what I can compete with him is on a numbers level.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
So if Messi gets 30 goals, if I get 32, people going to talk that I'm on his level.
Yeah.
But on a footballing level, they're not really that close if you watch them footballing wise.
No.
You feel me? But what's close is their numbers.
Yes.
So I think players started going, I need to get numbers. I need to get like stats on the sheet, so with numbers on the board sort of thing.
Where do you think it ends with Ronaldo? Because they said he was done playing for Portugal about 7 years ago.
Ronaldo's thing is like, Ronaldo's the guy that just can't let it go, innit?
Yeah.
I just think he's addicted to being the guy.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he's like, I don't think he has much of an identity outside of that.
He is obsessed. Like his son is 15 and looks like he's maybe going to have a professional career. I think Ronaldo will play for longer. Out of spite. He'll play longer than his son.
Yeah.
His son's 15. His son will retire in 20 years.
Ronaldo
will still be playing.
Yeah,
his son's farewell match.
Ronaldo's 40, innit?
Yeah.
He scored, though. He scored. That's the thing, though. Like,
he's like, when I stop scoring, I'll go away. How's that?
He
and everyone's like,
scores,
thank God. And then he just gets the goal. But he's a poacher. Like, he's the guy at 5-a-side who just stands by
Yeah, he's a poacher. He's a legit just a poacher now.
He's doing nothing else.
Yeah, he's doing
Nothing else.
But it's interesting because I just think like whereas I don't think, for me, I'm being real, bro. Messi's still the best player in the world. You know that? Like I don't think there's no one can do. No, bro. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Look, watch his half an hour, yeah, for Argentina the other day. No one can do what Messi does.
Right.
I just think he's just not that above. Like, he won the World Cup. He's calm.
The haters would say, and I think Messi's the greatest player of all time. See for Argentina to qualify for the World Cup and stuff, they have to beat some teams that I think we could get you and a couple other people around. Remember the security guy?
Yeah.
Who asked us the name of this podcast? We were like, it's a pilot, and kept asking us the name of the podcast. We were like, we don't have a name for it, and you were too busy licking your lips. Right. So yeah, sometimes he will drop an amazing highlight reel against Bolivia, right?
No, I hear that. I hear that. And also he's playing in MLS. I hear all of that.
I went to an MLS game when I was on tour there.
Yeah.
In the States.
That's a flex, man. This guy's touring America.
So I went to an Austin FC game. And sometimes for a minute you watch, maybe you go to a Palace game and you go, I could play for a minute. And then you wise up and you go, I couldn't. I left the stadium going.
You could play.
Right. Do I think I'm on a par with anyone playing MLS football? No. Do I think I'm on par with anyone playing third or fourth tier in Northern Ireland? Absolutely not. But I tell you what I could do. Play 90 minutes in an MLS game and not be noticed.
As in, you could just,
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't notice how bad you are.
Put me at right back. I'll take the ball from the keeper. I'll just first time play it up the line.
Yeah.
No one asks any questions.
No, I hear that.
Well, they might go, "Why? How old is this guy?" or something like that.
But I know what you're saying. And I there's a caveat on.
By the way, I mean that.
There's a caveat on that. So I agree with you.
Messi's not currently the best player in the world.
I'm telling you now. If Messi played for, my point is like, you see what Ronaldo's doing, yeah?
Yeah.
My point is, Messi could play for any team in the world now. That's my point. So whether you think he's the best player or not, if Messi goes, I want to play for Arsenal, he starts for Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's my point. Like, if he says, I want to play for Arsenal right now, he starts.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's bothered now. I don't think he's never been. I
don't think he's chasing. I think Messi would square a ball quicker than finish himself. He'd square a ball.
Yeah. He's not
Ronaldo's never doing that.
He's not doing that. Ronaldo, if you watch when the other player scores, Ronaldo don't really celebrate like that.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell he just wants to be the guy, innit?
Yeah.
But which is sick, which is why he's been so sick. But it's like, you don't want him to like. I just hate when the star fades, innit? You start seeing your hero just looking all Kanye West, bro.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. You don't want Ronaldo to start coming out with some Elon Musk takes. I'm telling you, bro. That's how it feels.
You think he's on the way?
He's on his way, bro.
The football,
he's on his way. But I just think when you watch them too, it's like, I think Messi a bit like
he's having fun.
Yeah,
Ronaldo. I don't think Ronaldo has fun.
Yeah, when he plays, no way.
No, ever.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I don't think when he's having sex, he's having fun.
He's trying to.
He's just getting the stats
hit
up.
The clit. Yeah,
he's getting the stats up.
How many times can I hit the clit? How many times can I hit the clit, man?
Poacher as well. He just jumps in at the last minute. Tap in.
That's true, man. That's how it feels, yeah. But I think those two kind of spoil football in a sense.
I agree. And I also think, as much as I love him, and there's millions of people like him, so it's not just him, but the Fabrizio Romano thing, that's killing football a bit for me too, because don't get me wrong, I'm constantly on it, and I'm looking at all the transfer rumours and this deal's close to being over the line. There was something incredible about a transfer just taking you completely by surprise.
Yeah, like the Ozil one. Do you remember that one back in the day where Ozil was had for Arsenal?
Was it after the World Cup?
And it was like, it was after that 2010 World Cup, and it was the last day. I remember thinking, what? I remember thinking Ozil was getting to Arsenal. I couldn't believe it. But there was beauty in that.
I remember I'd be away on you'd be away for a week during the summer, and you're in Spain or something, and you would pass a shop, and you'd see the back page of a British paper, and it would say something about, I remember Ruud van Nistelrooy joining United or something like that, and you were like, you'd hear something on the radio in Spain or whatever, and I remember a barman we were in Tenerife, saw me wearing like a Man United shirt or something, and he told me we just signed Varane, Juan Sebastian Varane, and I lost my mind.
Yeah, you must have been
lost my mind.
But what?
I remember in Tenerife Airport seeing the newspaper as we were about to fly home with Dwight York with the Vodafone shirt, and I was like, "This is incredible."
Mad. But what I don't get is how does man get all the information though? Fabrizio, brother.
I think.
Do you think people source it to him first?
Yeah, a bit of that, and I think he is a lot of people working for him. I think, like, just out there, and I think he'll maybe do a favor for an agent. So, say you're an agent and you've got a 20-year-old South American striker that wants to go to Europe. Fabrizio's maybe going to say, "There's a load of clubs. Look, they're all circling. All the scouts are watching this guy." Gets clubs. Who is this guy? Actually?
Yeah.
And then, as a favor, he's maybe going to give you a heads up. Look, this deal looks like it's going to happen.
Got you. Yeah.
But I just think it like you see every part of the deal. So by the time the signings happen,
but also like what people I think fail is like sport is theatre. So we need drama. Yeah. That's why I don't think VAR and that works.
Yeah.
We need it's theatre.
The mistakes.
And also when you go abroad and watch football, that's how they watch it. They don't watch it like it's war. They watch it like it's theatre. Like when you go to Spain and that, or even me and Pepe went to Portugal to watch Sporting versus Braga.
Right.
They look at it like it's theatre.
Yeah,
like it's to be entertained. Like
it's a Coliseum kind of thing.
Yeah, it's that kind of vibe. And I think we need drama and mystique and all of those things. And I think what's happening with players is that they're losing that mystique. Because I was speaking, who was I speaking to? I interviewed Stevie G. Oh man, crazy flex. But he was basically saying like, let's say you're playing against Zidane, or you're playing against, or even like a United, like you're playing against Scholes or whoever.
Yeah.
Like, there's no social media. You don't know them like that. So the only time you see them is when you play.
Yeah.
So there's a mystique that both
and they
players,
don't have that brand that you're talking about.
Yeah, they're not worried about that. They're not worried about deals and like collaborations and that. So it's like they had that mystique again, which is also why it was easier to like have a rivalry, because it's like you building it up until Vieira actually sees Keane in the tunnel. Do you get me? It's not like they hang out or like they see those.
They're in Mykonos together.
Or like they're comment on each other's social media posts. There's none of that. Just like so, there's that mystique, that aura that's built between the two, and therefore it plays like that. Whereas now it's not really like that, because it's like we're taking away the theatre of the game, I feel. Do you know what I mean?
See, when Curlon retired, the game was gone. We remember the wee guy, the Seal? The Brazilian guy used to just dribble the ball. Remember his skill was he could just dribble the ball on his nose.
But that's what I'm trying to say, bro. We lost that, man.
When he retired.
Jogo Benito is gone. But I think it's coming back, bro.
I think it's coming back.
With Lamine Yamal, with the PSG team, I think it's coming back, bro. And we saw PSG destroy all the English teams. And that was good for football.
Yep.
Because it was like, it's about talent over systems.
Yep.
You feel me? So it's like when you got a winger that's at you, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? But I feel like fam, why are we talking about XG?
I know.
Expected. What are you talking about?
Do you know what is going to be beautiful? How we'll know the game's back? If Jack Grealish goes somewhere and they say, just have fun.
Yeah.
If I see him having fun,
then we're back.
Every time he cuts inside, a bit of the game dies.
I know. The Jack Grealish thing is sad, man.
It's sad.
The Jack Grealish thing is sad. But also, Jack Grealish, come on, bro. Like, a part of me feels like, buckle up, bro. Yeah. A part of me feels like, bro, you drink driving and that. Come on, man. Get to it, man.
And brand as well. He's like a Gucci guy.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the Pep thing, man. Pep. And honestly, Pep is a great, innit? But I think what happened is Pep was so successful, people just imitate.
Yeah.
and then they don't imitate as well.
But like now you see him like having a wobble. That's you go. The game might be back here. Remember when he starts scratching up his head and face?
Or he's like flipping, talking to the guy that's not there. That's
Do you know what he may as well have written in scratch marks on his face? The game's back. The game's back.
Yeah, but it's like even like Pep when he has a good teams, like even the City team, like they were exciting. This is what I'm trying to say. That's why I don't think it's Pep in it.
Yeah.
Because when he does the Barca team, they were exciting. They were the best team we've seen. All of that. You had the City team with De Bruyne and Silva, and that. They were a great team in it. But it's like people just trying to like, I don't know, like trying to do Pep. But my point is, football is like I think the great things is like boxing like styles make fights, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I remember my favorite final of all time is Chelsea versus United in 2008. Because that's just two different styles coming together. Do you know what I mean? And that's what made it. Big players playing big. Do you know what I mean? So it's like now it's not like that. It's all like risk aversion.
Yes.
And like don't losing the ball. But it's like you need a bit of like. You need like some of the great players like a Giggs or someone like that was a player who lost the ball most of the time, but he kept coming.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He just kept. Because all I need is one time in it to get past you. Then it's like mad. Yeah. But it's like now it's like no, let's keep it or whatever. I don't know, man. It just feels like.
Well, what do you think City will do next season? Let's make some predictions for things about next year. What do you think City will do? I
think City gonna get what's his name, Ryan Churchy.
Yep.
They're gonna get him.
He's a maverick.
But if he plays how he plays,
yes,
City are back.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, City are back.
What do you think? What would be a good season for Palace as a Palace fan?
Winning the Europa League, bro.
Yeah,
winning Europa League. If Palace keep their players, Palace are a serious team. I'm telling you now, they can go against anyone.
You got to keep Mateta. You know what Palace should do? Every time like his head's gonna heal from when that Milwaukee keeper tried to kick his head off, just subtly just keep pulling the stitches out. Just keep aggravating that cut.
He's so good, by the way.
Yeah,
But if they keep Mateta and Gay,
Wharton,
they gotta keep Wharton. He's a serious footballer.
Do people always ask you? Eze's gonna like
I always tell Ez, don't ever tell me about transfer. I work too closely in football. Everyone asks me all the time.
Blink if he's gonna leave this one.
I don't know.
It's a long time to go there.
I generally go, I don't know. And people go, how do you not know? I'm like, generally, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really good at lying, innit?
I would love him at United, but I think he deserves way better than that.
You like him at United?
In a heartbeat.
Where would you play off the left?
I would play him because I think Amarin plays like 2 10s, so I'd play him on Bruno. I would do that. But I would take so many Palace players, not out of like entitlement of being a United fan. I mean, like if we had the opportunity, they're so much better than what we have.
Yeah,
so many Palace players.
It's interesting because like the goal we scored against City in the FA Cup final, I was thinking like, if that ball went up to Højlund, that play is broken.
You know what he'll do? Because it's United. Højlund will go on loan to a Serie A club and score 45 goals. Lukaku, he'll turn in prime Batistuta.
It's mad. So do you think there's something wrong at the club then?
Yeah.
But what do you think? Is it the owners? What's going on there?
It's when this thing creeps in. This like fog creeps into a club. And it affects the players and the supporters and the staff. And it's happened at Spurs have it.
Yeah, Spurs.
It's almost like a quicksand. And it creeps in and people say something about you and then I think you start to believe it yourself. Like look at Sunderland about all the years there where they tried to get out of the Championship and then out of League One and try and get back up. It just and then once people say like almost they're cursed or the atmosphere there, and it just
takes a nosedive.
Yeah, I don't want Sunderland to buy smart being in the Premier League next season. I don't want them to do the money ball. Forget the money ball thing.
Just you think
bring me a load of journeymen.
Do you reckon? Yeah, but if they do that, they're gonna go down.
But we will love it.
But do you think
Alexandre Pirlo?
Yeah. But let me ask you a question. Yeah. Do you think the gap between the champ? I think the gap between the champ and the Premier is too big now.
It's crazy because
Like the 3 teams that got promoted, like they were so bad,
and
they weren't bad. They were just not.
Yeah, I feel like Ipswich were good.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. But they're just not at the level. The gap is too.
I think for this season coming in the Premier League, I think you'll need 50 points to stay up, and 58 points wins you the league.
Yeah. I know what you mean. The standard just dropped, bro.
The standard is wild.
The
Liverpool, in my mind, lost their last 18 games of the season.
Mental, yeah. And they won the league convincingly.
And Ipswich won every other week.
yeah. It's mad though, because it also goes it was weird when Pep took a year off. Everyone's like, okay, we'll take a year off.
Yeah,
which is mad though, because I would say in the last 5 years, even though they won it all the time, they did set the level high.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Yeah. And even the teams challenging them.
Yeah,
like Arsenal in the last 2 years, Liverpool the years. Like Liverpool they got 91 points and still lost the league.
Yeah.
So the standard in chasing the league was high, but I just think I think Arsenal gave up the league like 6 months ago.
There's only one thing you can predict, and that's Arsenal finish second this season.
Yeah. Do you reckon? So you reckon Arsenal can't win the league with Arteta?
I think it's another thing I'm talking about. Of like,
it's in there. It's
enough
in the
people are saying it, so it's there. But I don't think they don't deserve it. I think they would deserve a title.
Arsenal just need a striker, bro. The whole world can see.
Why do they?
It's like you're avoiding.
Kai Havertz must present a very compelling case every preseason to Arteta. He's like, trust me, yeah. But this. Also, that's his numbers are unreal.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Yeah. But also, like, that's what I say. Form, yeah.
Yeah.
Good form is the worst thing in football because it can fool people.
Yeah.
So there was a time where like Havertz scored like 15 goals.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, this guy, Arteta's a genius. No, you're not, bro.
Yeah.
That's good form. It can happen to anyone. Do you get me? What you Arsenal need, there's so many games where you're like, Arsenal just needs someone just to put, like the Van Persie thing.
Yeah. Do you know who the guy is?
Someone, go on.
Like someone like Sesko's maybe like long term, that'd be great. Osman, I want him at United so bad.
You think it's the guy, yeah?
Yes. And people are like, oh, he's 27, 28, I don't know what he is.
Don't matter.
Yes, he's ready now.
And also the whole age thing in football.
Well, players
it's
longer now.
Yeah. So if you're 26, 25, you could actually still be going for another 10 years, solid.
Yeah. But I think United were interested in, say, like Liam Delap, who I think's really good and had a good season. Because that's what happened with Hoyland almost. You know, it was like, he's a young striker, but come in and be our main man. Like it's not the environment for that. Give me like a winner, and look what Osman did at Galatasaray.
Yeah, so you need someone, and you feel like someone like Hoyland should learn of someone like that.
Yeah, and then he comes in and out of the team and that kind of thing. But like also, I would love Osman at United. I would love him. But the Arsenal thing's mad because remember they're like need to sign a striker. He's like, I got you, and then he signed Mikel Merino, and he went, this guy plays up front.
Yeah. Marino's a good player, though.
He is good. But like, just sign a striker.
He's not a striker, yeah. He's just not a striker.
Remember Arsenal nearly signed Vardy?
But that's my point. Like, I always feel like Arsenal, to the years because obviously I like Arsenal, innit? Like, I like Arsenal as a club.
Yeah.
A lot of black players, Ian Wright. Also, Ian Wright and Thierry Henry got blood on their hands because they made a whole generation of young black guys support them, especially Thierry.
Right, yeah.
Thierry specifically, he thought there was going to be a dynasty.
Yes.
Loads of black young guys started supporting Arsenal. Then man went to Barcelona.
Yeah.
And left them with Shamak and all these players, fam. So yeah, he got blood in his hands. Though.
Yeah. Shamak's not getting picked quickly at that five-a-side either in the cage.
I'm telling you, bro.
He's up for grabs.
He's up for grabs, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like,
do you know what Arsenal are like? The guy who says he's going to hit somebody in the club and then never hits.
That's my point, but he looks
he's like hold me back.
But that's my point. He looks like he can do a thing. Like Arsenal always have the best.
He's got the body for it.
But I went to Carnival, bro. They had Arsenal with a Carnival shirt. It was lit. I was giving it out. I was like, bruv, I did a shoot with Adidas in Carnival. I was giving it out. It looked sick. Arsenal, they're the club of the people kind of vibe, innit?
Yeah.
They're like Crystal Palace, but on that on a higher level.
But even bring in a journeyman. Get a journeyman striker.
They need someone that is, and I always, my point is like throughout watching Arsenal, they've always had one thing that they're missing. Since they stopped winning, They need a DM. For years,
Yeah,
they needed
yeah,
a DM.
Yeah.
They had Fabregas, Cazorla. They had all of these great technicians. They need a big, strong DM that will win them the league.
Yeah.
They didn't get it.
Everyone thought Ndidi was going to be that guy.
Oh, Diaby. Remember Diaby was
yeah,
sick.
Yeah.
He kept getting injured. They need a DM. They didn't get one.
Yeah.
Then they had...
Who's the guy?
What do you mean? For Arsenal now?
Yeah. Who would be the guy?
I think the guy that they can realistically get is Gyökeres.
No, I mean DM.
What, for now?
Yeah.
What I'm saying, now they've got... So now they've got Partey, Rice. They've got big, solid...
Oh, okay.
They've got that now.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? But back then, when they had Ozil, remember that era they had Ozil? So before that, they had Fabregas, they had Kleb, they had Van Persie, they had Cazorla, and then they had Alex Song. You're like, these guys can do a thing. But then they had Scalacci and that at the back. You need a centre half.
Yeah.
You had Gallas at the back.
Pascal Sigan.
You feel me? So it's like now it's like there's always something that's very clear, and then they just don't go and get it. Then they had like Aubameyang. Remember that era they had Aubameyang, Ozil, Lacazette. You need a DM, bro, or you need a centre back. Then they've got the centre back, Gabriel Saliba.
Yeah.
You got Partey, Rice, power. Now you just need. There's so many games you watch Arsenal. You're like, bro, you need someone just to kill
Vardy
this
for
game.
a season. Vardy for a season.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. In behind goal.
Yep.
That's what you need.
I think Vardy will go. I don't think he will. I would love to see Vardy go to South America. That's the continent for that guy.
Vardy going MLS, isn't it?
Yeah, but I want to see him. I want to see him in Argentina. I want to see him in
someone like Corinthians,
Honduras or something. The more sponsors on a shirt, the madder the league.
Why do you want to see him there though?
He's that kind of character.
Yeah.
The way they play the game, like he loves it. He'd be riling the fans up that. That would be the move for him.
He's such a good character, man.
Yeah.
Would you rather be Jamie Vardy or Harry Kane?
As a person?
As career wise.
Oh, Kane, you're going to tournaments. You're playing in finals. You're not winning them, but you're there. The Vardy story is beautiful.
The Vardy story is, it's documentary.
I
look at it. Who's getting a documentary? That's how I look at it. Who is getting a documentary at the end in 20 years' time?
Vardy.
It's Vardy, bro. So who do you want to be?
Can I I'm gonna confess something to you, right? This is so embarrassing. Remember, like I told you this, right? You didn't find this out about me, right? I told you. The year after Leicester won the league, there was talk that there was going to be a movie made about Jamie Vardy, and I messaged my agent about it, and I was like, "Look, could you find out, like, a little bit more about this and stuff?"
What you want to play?
Well, it gets worse. My agent's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to find out, but it's rumored, so I don't know what's happening." But there was a production company linked to it, so I got my mate to come down to the 4G pitch near where I live, and I bought a Leicester kit.
And you was trying to do Jamie Vardy moves.
And I got him to just film me hitting like shots and doing keepy-ups and stuff. And I cut like a 1 or 2 minute video and sent it off.
You got a show of you kicking the ball so you can play Jamie Vardy.
And the movie's never happened. But somewhere, some casting director or some production company has that footage. Bro, and you know what? If they have it, release the tapes.
If I see that Vardy movie starring Shane Todd, I will die, bro. I will honestly die. Now I'm looking at you, kind of got the same head shape. Yeah, to be fair.
We don't, because we would have to CGI that. I don't have a Vardy. Come on.
No, you kind of got the Vardy. You got the Vardy head shape, bro.
I don't have the head shape. He's narrow. I don't have like a narrow.
Yeah, you got the little quiff. Nah, you can do it, man. I believe in you still.
No, the one issue I have is I don't look like him. Like we need to do.
No, you don't. You don't look like him. But
we need
to
do a bit of work.
You got the head. You got the Vardy. If I saw you from the side running in behind, I might think you were him.
Who would you play in football? What role could you play
as a footballer?
As a footballer biopic.
I would love to be someone's agent, but the person.
No, you got to be a player.
A player. Jeffrey Schlupp is the guy I look like the best. But he's not documentary.
That movie's never.
Yeah. He's not
3-part Jeffrey Schlupp movie.
He's not documentary made, man.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm playing nobody.
I'll throw a name out there for you.
Go on.
Yakubu. Yak the movie.
The worst miss of all time.
He was a player though.
He was a player though, but I could play UQB. Yeah, I'll play UQB.
Yeah.
Stocky.
Yeah.
Up front.
Yeah.
It wasn't to be a striker, bro. But
Yeah.
it never worked out for me. That's why I love supporting Palace, innit? Because, and this is why I didn't like when they got far in the FA Cup. Because one thing I love about Palace is like mid-table, bro.
Yeah.
There's no real jeopardy.
Boys are just singing
win.
glad all over, having a bit of fun.
We win. If we lose, we ain't going anywhere. It's fine.
Yeah.
But when we started getting far in the FA, that second half in the FA Cup, generally it was the worst viewing experience of my life. I remember just thinking, this is long. And I imagine like you supporting a team up for relegation or like battling for the league. You have to. That's every game.
Yeah.
I can't do that, bro. I can't.
Now you know how I feel now.
Yeah, I can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
I can't. That's why I respect football fans like that, because I can't do that. I could never do that.
Yeah.
I was just watching that. This is long. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And like every time De Bruyne was on the ball, I'm just thinking, this is long, bro.
Yeah.
And it was full. And then honestly, I'm not. If you watched the game, but like in the stadium, it was 10 minutes extra time.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole stadium gasped. I almost died, bro.
Yeah.
When I see that go, I went, oh my God. Because like that's basically winner stays on.
Yeah.
10
Which
minutes.
is what it should be.
Which, yeah. I
Just
agree.
goal winner at some point.
I genuinely think they should get rid of penalties.
Golden goal was brilliant.
Golden goal, bro. I think you should play. I reckon they should cut extra time down
Yes.
to 20 minutes.
Yep.
So 10 minutes a half.
Yep.
First half 10 minutes. Second half, once the 10 minutes is up, golden goal.
And you can bring back one player who used to play for the club that's over 50. So like I want Mark Bright coming on
Just
up front
coming
for
on, just
Palace.
up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pards. I want Pards coming on.
Yeah.
In the Virgin kit.
But I genuinely think, bro, penalties is. I don't like penalties. It's so like.
Yeah. It's cruel.
It's cruel,
Yeah.
Whereas I think winners golden goal after 10 minutes.
Yep.
There's something about when the goal's on the line.
Yeah.
People start making mistakes, bro.
I think this season coming, Spurs are going to win the Champions League and get relegated. I think they're gonna destroy PSG in the Champions League final. And be away to Portsmouth next season.
I think Arsenal gonna win the league, but then get disqualified for something.
Why?
For like buying a striker that wasn't available. So for like some sort of fair play thing.
Yeah.
I can see that happening with Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like finally winning the league.
Yeah.
And also it does feel like Arsenal's era is gonna go in it. Do you know what I mean? This time.
Because now is the era, and they're not winning things.
Yeah, I think if they don't win this season, they're not gonna win for another 10 years.
Yeah, it's crazy that Raheem Sterling wasn't the answer to the problem.
Arsenal, and that's another thing. Arsenal got to stop doing charity case, guys. Yeah. Havertz, flipping Raheem. It's let them go. People were we're gonna sign Rashford. Why?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to? Why are you trying to like? Serve the community.
It's a nice thing to do, though. No, but it's not. That's an admirable thing to do.
We got to stop
bring
that,
in guys
bro.
like that.
They got to stop that.
Like if someone gets injured for the season coming up and they're out for the year, Arsenal will bring them in. You know,
it's weird, bro.
Mikel Antonio.
It's weird, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. They're gonna sign Mikel Antonio. They're going to sign Mikel Antonio, bro. I'll tell you. They love charity.
Yeah.
They love charity. You're wearing the kit. Oh, no knife crime. Louder. Yeah. You lose every time you wear that, bro. This is football. We get it. This is football. We're not trying to be good. It's not a kumbaya thing, bro. It's football.
Yeah.
Man, I'm wearing the knife. We know we don't like knife crime, but you losing in the kit every time you wear it. Stop wearing it.
Kumbaya sounds like a striker they might bring in. Fabrizio Romano. Watch this guy.
Kumbaya, here we go.
The hottest thing coming out of Colombia. Right, let's finish off by making genuine prediction for your club and my club.
Okay, so I genuinely think if Palace can keep their players, I think Palace will go to the semi-finals of the Europa League. I genuinely think that.
I think United will finish 7th.
7th.
Now that feels crazy because that feels so.
That's 9 places, bro.
I know. I think he's going to bring in some better players. Already better players are coming. Cunha, if Mbeumo comes, that's. Do you know what that is? A couple of low-key Mavericks.
Yeah.
Cunha's a Maverick.
Cunha's great.
Remember he pulled the glasses off at Stewart? I love that. That's
Cunha's
what I like.
sick.
More of that.
Yeah.
I got an idea to close the pod. I got an idea. My flight's in like an hour and a half. And the airport's further away than so. Let's make a deal, right? Whoever's team finishes higher this season coming gets to pick a shirt for the other person to wear at a gig on stage.
Oh, I love that.
Like, I'll come over, we'll do Top Secret or something, and you don't know what the shirt is till you're just about to go out.
So as soon as I'm about to walk on stage, you hand me a shirt
or vice versa.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's check it out. Cool. That's nice.
This was great.
It was great, man.
The unnamed thing, whatever it is.
We'll figure it out, man.
I hope the security guy has the name by the time we leave.
Yeah,
he's like, listen, I've been workshopping this. He wasn't playing at all.
He was not playing, bro.
What's podcast called? I went, maybe you could suggest one. He's like,
no.
I don't do that. Security for the building. Why would I do that?
Oh my god! See, long time coming, man. I've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was great to meet. You think I can? You can see the spread out there. You can take stuff from it, like you gotta take up one of those bananas.
Yeah, but bro,
you think it's all about how you take it?
Why are you saying I got to take the banana, bro?
I said I take the banana.
No, I feel like you said that I should.
No. Come on.